Alright folks, a different type of video. My normal subscribers are probably not gonna like this type of video because this is way out in the left field of what I normally do, but well, to hell with it. Let's just get into it. I've got a message for all the scumbags, losers, killers, and haters of this world. Evil must be punished. Alright folks, like I said in my opening statements, this is a rather unusual video. It has come to my attention from both local, or from all of the local, state, and federal governments had stated and stipulated that if I had had another person in the home with us, that they probably would not have been able to have taken my children, because there would have been enough people to have watched the children at all hours and to have interacted with the children at all hours. So this is a very unusual video, because what I am asking and seeking is a bisexual female, a skinny, petite, 20-something bisexual female, to come and be friends with the wife here, and to actually be part of our family. Literally be part of our family. Even up to and including getting your name legally changed. You know, that's, you know, this is not a joke, this is not a game, it's not a scam. You know, I mean, I'm willing to actually take you to the courthouse and get your name legally changed so that you become part of our family. So, what does that mean, Von? Well, what that means is that there would be someone in the home in addition to us, and so that when we get our kids back, the government couldn't try to take them again. See? That's the plan. That's the goal. Okay? That's the purpose of getting someone else in the home, so that the government would be less likely, less inclined to be able to take children, because there'd be someone here at all hours to watch them. Okay? Now, obviously, as a result of that, one of the prerequisites is that you must love children. You know, there's many 20-something females out there that don't like kids. I understand that. But in this particular case, it deals with my twins. Therefore, you know, obviously you must like children. Now, also, I would prefer you also want children in the future. I mean, that would be, you know, that would be a good thing. That would be a plus. So, so yes, a 20-something petite, note the wife back there, how petite she is, how slender she is. She's only 5 foot tall. Okay, slender, petite female back there. Yep, see how skinny she is? But, and she's shy. She's being shy now. So, but anyway, but yeah, I have the local, the state, and the federal government, all three telling me that, yeah, oh, by the way, Von, you know, if you'd have just had another female in the home, or a couple of females in the home, we wouldn't have been able to take the kids. Well, gee, thanks for telling me that after you've taken the kids. Duh. You know, so yeah, I am, you know, this is a very unusual video, I realize that, but we have until, what is it, October the 14th? October the 14th to get somebody in the home that can help us care for the children long term. In other words, someone that would want to be part of our family, you know, an extended part of our family, so to speak. You know, like I said, even taking you to the courthouse and getting your name legally changed, you know. So if you've aspired to be if you're a slender, petite, 20-something female, and you've desired to be a VonHelton, today is your day. Okay? But yeah, we need somebody down here before October the 14th, because that's when we go back to court. And then I can, you know, because the judge is going to ask me, he's going to say, well, what has changed in the home? And I can say, Your Honor, we've got somebody else in the home that will help us care for the children. The home has been squared away. It has been changed around, blah, 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 to accommodate, you know, the situation, etc. Okay, so we need you here before October the 14th. And yes, I realize that at short notice. So you'll need to contact us via YouTube. Send me a PM in YouTube, an email in YouTube, whatever they call those, PMs I think they call them. Send me a PM on YouTube or contact me on Facebook, and we can set this up. But I want to be able to tell the judge, when we go back into court, I want to be able to tell the judge that, yes, something has changed, Your Honor. We now have another person in the home to help us care for the children, and therefore the government is no longer necessary to be in the home, etc., etc. Okay. But if you're a 20-something, you're petite, and you're looking for a change of lifestyle, and you desire to be a VonHelton, today is your day, man. So get up with us, get up with me in particular. Now, obviously there is some criteria. You're coming into my home, okay? You're coming to live with me forever. Well, for however long forever is. And so obviously there is some criteria. I prefer you to not drink, no alcohol. I prefer you, if you're smoking, that's fine, but we'll probably get you to smoke e-cigs. But that's no big deal, and it's cheaper. So, you know, you'll like the e-cigs if you don't already smoke them. You obviously must want kids and love kids, because, you know, the idea is to help care my children. You know, so obviously you must love children and want children, and then that way I know you're good with kids. Yada yada. Religious affiliation, I would prefer to either be a quasi-Christian or pagan or spiritual. That's just the way it goes. As far as politics, I would prefer you to be conservative, pro-life, obviously, since we're talking about children here. I would prefer you to be pro-life and pro-gun. You know, we literally live out in the woods, folks. We literally live out in the woods, okay? So, if you're living out in the woods and you don't have a gun, one of these wild animals will make instant work out of you, okay? So guns are a necessity when you live out in the wilderness, okay? It's not an elective, okay? You know, there's no electives out here in the wilderness, okay? You need guns, okay? You just do, because of the wild animals and what have you. Okay, so pro-life, pro-gun, 20-something, petite female, like the wife back there, petite female, somebody that can be her buddy. You know, mostly that's you know, another thing about it. You know, I want somebody that can be her friend. You know, as well as companion, whatever, you know, whatever else it might lead to. But you know, get up with us. Let us know. You know, if you're interested. But you would actually be part of our family. You would be here for on a permanent basis. And that way, when I go into the judge, I can say, hey, judge, you know, we've got somebody else in the home to help us care for the children. We made arrangements, blah, 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 you know. And I can tell the judge that, you know, we've got the situation well in hand. And like I said, I realize this is September 25th and it's short notice. But I'm not the judge. I didn't set the rules, now did I? Okay, so, you know, the sooner you can get up with us, the better. Now, obviously, you're going to have a working webcam right now, and you're going to have to know what Skype is right now. Just Google Skype, S-K-Y-P-E. You'll find out what it is. Install it. It's a software program. It's free. And so, you know, we need you need a working webcam, you need Skype, and you need a valid ID, because I'm going to card you. If you're going to come into my home to live with me indefinitely, obviously I'm going to need to card you. I'm going to need to know that you don't have any criminal record, blah, 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 blah. I don't need haters in my home. I don't need criminals in my home, you know, and, you know, so yes, I'm going to need to card you. I'm going to need to do a background check on you to make sure that, you know, you're not some criminal and you're not running from the police or something, etc., etc. So, you know, be prepared for that. And so that's pretty much it. Conservative, pro-life, pro-gun, have kids, want kids, love kids, bisexual or straight, you know, spiritual, pagan, conservative and political values, pro-life, pro-gun, and that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty much it. Okay, so if you fit that criterion and you're watching this video, PM me on YouTube or contact me on Facebook. Let me know. We'll make some arrangements to get you down here, get you legal, and let me emphasize the word legal, because I know the haters and naysayers and trolls are going to, oh yeah, that VonHelton, he's advocating illegal activity. No, I'm not. Everything you do, everything you got, everything you say, everything must be legal. Okay, period. End of story. Everything must be legal. So, get up with us. Get up with me in particular, and then later on you can meet the wife and see if y'all click. Because chemistry is a big part of this thing, right? You know, if we all don't get along, it's kind of a moot point to come, right? So, you know, but be advised that you'll need a webcam, you'll need Skype, and you'll need a valid ID so that I can check it. And, you know, because the wife sent me her ID, folks. How many of you knew that? How many of you knew that? Yeah, the wife sent me her ID. I told her, I said, if you're coming to live in my home, I need to see your ID. I need to know you are who you say you are. You know, because you're not coming in my home any other way. It's just that simple. And so she did. She scanned her ID, sent it to me. I had it checked out. It checked out fine, and here she is. Okay, now I realize the urgency of the date, because the 25th of September versus October 14th, there isn't a whole lot of time. That's roughly 2.5 weeks or so, maybe not even that. So I apologize for that, but like I said, I'm not the judge. I didn't set the time, and now that I know that one of the criterion is that if I can get somebody in my home, they won't take the kids, then obviously I'm going to bust my ass, you know, like gangbusters trying to get somebody in my home, yes? You know, so anyway, that's the criterion. Now, I know there might be a female out there who say, well, I'm kind of squeamish about coming up there by myself. Okay, I will allow two. I will allow two. Okay, but considering the fact that I live in a single wide trailer, any more than two would be too cramped. It just would. Okay, but if you have a female friend, female companion, female whatever, and she also is a petite female, and you want to bring her with her, well, then I need to see her on cam as well. I need her ID as well. Like I said, this is going to be, you will be an extended part of our family. Okay, you will be part of our family, literally. Like I said, we can even go to the courthouse and get your last name changed legally if that's what you wish. But, you know, I'm going to need to see their ID. I'm going to need to know who they are. I'm going to need to see them live on cam so that I know who they are. I'm going to need to check to see if they got a criminal record, blah, 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 all that good shit. Okay? But anyway, that's pretty much it. If you're interested, get up with us. Get up with me either on YouTube or Facebook or MySpace or whatever. Leave us a message. I'll probably also put my email address in the drop down so that you can contact us via email. When you're writing the email, stress that you saw this video. Blah blah blah. And but anyway, that's pretty much it. I've never done a video like this before. And I won't ever again, because this is like the 6th try to do this video. So, you know, just keep that in mind too, you know, because oh, that Bon, he's just after women, he's just after women. Yeah, well, if I'm after women, how's come it took me 6 tries to do this fucking video? And I still don't like it, but at least this is the one I'm going to go with, you know. But anyway, guys, get up with us. If you're looking for a change, we can definitely give you that, because you got beautiful fall colors out there right now. The leaves are starting to change colors, and pretty blue skies. The hustle and bustle of the city is no more. You're literally coming out to live in the wilderness, and that's a big change. It's a whole different world out here. But you know, if change is what you're wanting, you can guarantee that. Guarantee major change. But get up with us. Let us know one way or the other. Obviously, if you don't fit the criterion, then, you know, that's, you know, I'm sorry, I apologize. You know, I'm sure somebody say, well, you're discriminating against. No, I'm not. You know, it's my children that are at stake here. Okay? My children are at stake here. Yes, I'm going to be picky as a motherfucker when it comes to my kids. Okay? That's just, you know, if you can't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, but when it comes to my kids,